Well, welcome to Average Person Thinks. Today, I'm going to talk about something that is very close to my heart. I love this. And probably this is the best audiophile equipment, this one equipment that I adore the most. KEF LS50 Wireless pair of power loudspeakers. Why do I say this is one equipment that I bought that is, I think, my best audiophile purchase is because I spent so much money in audiophilia. I bought so many equipments, but if I consider everything that I look from audiophilia, a good quality music, if I would have bought just this one equipment, it would have served it all. Apart from it's not a headphone, obviously, right? But it would have served it all. The sound is so refined that it should be enough for you. Like, you may be picky, you may want more, you may want something that is like the best thing in the world, but there is no end to it, right? There are very few people who will who are looking to find stuff under $10,000, making a system within $15,000, even to $20,000. I can tell you that if you just want to go minimalist, just buy this, and that's it. Now let me go a little bit in details in my understanding why this product was so good. KEF, as we all know, that their unique driver, the driver that is being used here, is a concentric driver. So there is no phase difference between the highs and mids and lows, and everything comes out of the same point source, and so this sounds so coherent, and I think that is why the sound stage is so beautiful in all KEF LS50 speakers, right? I mean, this is basically a KEF LS50. The sound stage is one of the best that you'll hear in this price category. I mean, this used to cost $2,400. Now I think you can buy new $1,600, and in old market, it's up to your bargain. But the sound you get is so freaking expensive. I have my other systems. I've heard systems that are like way more expensive than this. Now, why this is so beautiful? Because KEF is a company which is reputable. It has been in business for a long time. What they have done is that they have said, okay, this is the driver. I mean, this is the driver that is in their KEF blade, like $25,000 speakers. So the driver is good. Now depends on how you fit it, how you power it. KEF has designed their own amplifiers for this speaker, right? They know what they're doing. They know what fits this speaker the best, and they have put that in, and of course it will sound good. You try to find your amplifier and try to put it in and then run your speakers. I mean, there will be mistakes. Like, I have seen KEF LS50s that sound so bad because the amplifier pairing is not good, because their source is bad, this is bad, that is bad. So what they have done in this one is that they have put everything, they have handpicked everything and put it in that box so that everything is actually good, everything sounds good to them. Now that is its strength and its limitation both. Why limitation? Because if you want your fancy DAC, fancy streamer, I mean, you can add to it, but the problem is that it will run through its own DAC and then it'll play, so it will lose the flavor of your DAC. But they have found a good DAC, whatever DAC they put. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. It doesn't matter what is the specs for the DAC that they use, but the DAC is real good. As I said, it's good enough. It has good enough top end resolution. It has the good enough resolution in the mid-range. The bass is good without it. I mean, without anything else. You put a subwoofer. I have a couple of subwoofers I like. I'm a 2-channel subwoofer system guy. So I have a couple of subwoofers, and I put the subwoofers. It sounds out of the world. And let me tell you, I'm telling again and again about the sound. The sound stage is so immersive. You put anything. The beauty of KEF LS50, why at one point I thought of buying a her bath, P3SR or something like that, that I could was in my budget. But when I auditioned it, what I found is that for some certain kind of music, Harbath is out of the world. Obviously, right? I mean, it is so, adored by audiophiles. Audiophiles are picky people. Harbaths are good speakers, but you go to all genres, you play techno, Harbaths sound like, I don't know, not impressive. Let's put it that way. You put hard rock, you put anything, Harbaths are not good for anything. Now this KEF LS50, however, it was like very cheap, way cheaper than the Harbaths. The best thing that I liked in this speaker, which is in this price range, is that it sounds decent in every kind of music. It doesn't sound like Harbath in voice, jazz, classical, even like traditional Beatles rock, right? Beatles type rock music. It doesn't sound as good. But then you put your TV, your YouTube. I mean, I'm an audiophile, but I listen to all kinds of music all the time. I mean, I don't listen to Tidal all the time. Now you put this driver and this speaker system, and it sounds good in TV, YouTube, and anything you throw at it. It sounds decent. That was my selling point. I mean, I was looking for a speaker. I'm an audiophile, but I don't have money to buy like five pairs of speakers, not space either, and then keep it, and then whatever I'm listening to, and I'm listening to that for 2 hours. It doesn't happen. So this is the way to go. Another thing is that the streamer in it, this is so good. I mean, I think I could only couple my Tidal account with the KEF app. Oh well, there is a mobile app. I'll come to that later. So I could only couple my Tidal to the speakers, and then I could just like sit on my couch like I'm saying now. This is my listening position, and then couple the speakers, and then just play whatever, and then just press off a button. It plays and it sounds so ethereal, so good, so awesome. I love the sound. I love the convenience. I love the convenience in audiophilia, because in most of the cases, audiophilia is not convenient. You have to do this, you have to plug in that, you have to wait for your tubes to warm up, you have to do this, your amplifier takes some time to sound good, you have to keep your DAC warm. This has no bullshit like that. This just sounds good. It just makes you happy, and that's it. That's where the thing ends. And as you see on the top of this Crockett box, there is a remote. Yes, it comes with a remote. You can, I mean, it's pretty basic thing. You change the source, you change the sound, you switch it on, switch it off, and that kind of stuff. And now the sources, all the sources that is coming in, including the auxiliary input, goes through the DAC. So everything that comes in goes through that DAC, and then it plays. But it plays so awesome. Now, what are the connections available? It's all the usual, like coax. It has the USB, it has the optical, and it has also an auxiliary input. But it's kind of pointless because the auxiliary input goes through the DAC. Anyway, I mean, you can if you are like me, I like to listen to records, but I don't want to get into so much of freaking trouble and money, and having so many details in records. So I have a basic Audio Technica one, and then for me it's good. I just connect it to the speaker, and it throws sound at me. I mean, at least now. I don't know in future I will become a vinyl audiophile or not. I have so much vinyl, like 200 vinyl records, but I don't listen to it as much, or I don't spend so much time. So it's good for me, and it has that streamer, it has that Bluetooth ability. You can couple your phone or your computer via Bluetooth to the speaker, and it sounds decent. It just plays, I mean, whatever Bluetooth audio should sound, it sounds like that. So it's a complete thing for your whatever $1,600, $1,800, or a used $1,250 speaker that you buy. It's complete. You don't need to buy any freaking thing. It comes with the cords and everything. But let me tell you one thing, People say I use optical. I like to use optical because I don't know, I like the optical sound. It's way better than USB in my ears. I don't know why. But get a good quality optical cable, okay, like a Wearworld or an Audio Quest. Go beyond $100 range, and then buy that optical cable and then use it with the speakers. They will reward you. The sound will be so crisp, and the details and everything in mid-range, in the voice and the bass clarity. Oh my god, the bass clarity is so good because the speaker's driver, each of the driver has its own amplifier. So the high frequency driver has its own amplifier, the bass frequency has its own amplifier. I mean, mid and bass is same, I think, but even if there is no subwoofer, the bass clarity is so good. I mean, it won't thump you, it won't hit you, but you can feel the texture. And if you put a subwoofer, then it's, you know, it's your own ball game. Depending on which subwoofer you put in, you get the bass. So this, and then also please make sure, please make sure that you're using it on a stand. As you see, I'm doing it, it's on a stand. The stand is very important. The stand has to be there, because if the stand is not there, then it doesn't sound as good. I don't know why, but this. And then there is buttons right here on the top where you can switch it on and off and change the sources and these and that. But now, if I have to really nitpick it, if I have to really pick out what is the fault in the flaw in the sound, I would say it's a little dry. Now, what do I mean by dry? Most of you, like 95% of you, this will be the speaker that you will ever want. You know, you don't need anything else. Take my word to it. You don't need anything else in your life. But people who have spent more money, they're looking for something, right? If you get a really good, like a audio research amplifier, there is something to it that won't cut in your shit amplifier. All right. The thing is that the life that the sound has, the life that your tone, the tonality, like a guitar will sound like a guitar, or it will sound like a, like, let's think like this. If you are looking at a sculpture, okay, versus a real something like a guitar, a sculpture of a guitar and a real guitar. I mean, from far, I mean, if it is a good sculpture like this speaker is, from far it will look like exactly like a guitar. You won't see any difference. But once you go close, look closely, you will see that it doesn't have as much life. The wood doesn't have any grain because it's made of stone. It doesn't feel soft to touch. It doesn't have the, you know, the feeling, the same feeling as the other one has. That's it. I have nothing else to say.